Okay, just a quick video on relationship of the DSP usage and hybrid running native and DSP. So I've got a blank session here. I've got 50 tracks on it. And what I'm going to do is start adding plugins to it and see what happens. Well, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try putting all 50 tracks into DSP mode. And now obviously I probably would never do this. I would use DSP mostly for just recording, to have it record with no latency. But anyway, this is just all experimental, kind of seeing what's going on. So, okay, so all the tracks into, whoops, I've got to highlight them. Okay, so put them all into DSP mode. So first off, this is the CPU on the computer. This is the DSP section in Carbon. So these are the DSP chips. There's 8 of them. I'm not really sure why one is showing 27%, other than maybe that comes on automatically to have that engine available for anything you put into DSP mode or something like that. Anyway, okay, so I'm gonna you'll notice that this is showing this. So when I put this in, so now we're on to another DSP chip at 36%. So I'm guessing that's what it takes just to run 50 tracks in DSP mode. So now I'm going to start adding plugins. First, I'm going to add them all DSP, see how many we can do, and then I'm going to do something that would be much more realistic and run like 10 tracks in DSP, which is probably more than I would, and then the rest in native, which is much more likely what would be happening in a session. In any case, so I'm going to do an EQ. And so now you can see it's actually put all that on one chip. It's using 58% of that chip. So now I'm going to put a compressor. And I'll do the Fairchild. That's an Avid compressor. And obviously that compressor is more CPU intensive because now it's got this maxed up here. And again, there isn't any audio on any of this, so all of these numbers would be less if there was actual audio recorded on it. But this is just to kind of see what's the relationship between the DSP and the native. So I probably can't put any more plugins on. And I'll just check it out. We'll see what happens. Let's put a chorus. DSP plugin could not be made active because there's not enough free DSP power. Okay, so that's what I thought. So now I'm going to set it up much more realistically as to what would be going on. And that would be to have really only the tracks I'm recording on. And even though I don't really record on 10 at once, I actually usually never record more than 3 at once. But in any case, again, this is just for checking out what's going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these out of DSP mode. And so now you can see I'm back down. I'm only using maybe half of the DSP chips. Okay. So what I'll do is I mean, I know I could fill almost all these slots. Well, these are all insert slots in the native mode, and I'm still going to have plenty of CPU left over, but what I'm wondering about is what's happening on the DSP chip. So I'm going to start adding to these 10. So, okay, so I am going to add that. Take that out of there. Okay. So I'm going to add that chorus back in. And you know, that pretty much maxed out this one chip, but I've still got 3 chips left and then some percentage on these. Again, if there was audio on these, I might be getting close to being maxed out. I'm going to add a reverb, see what happens. It'll probably max it out, even with nothing on it. No, that's close. So I'm not sure I could get away with much more, but we'll give it a whirl. I'm going to add a real tape saturation. Okay, I'm starting to get really close here. I don't think I can put any more, but we'll try it. I'm going to add, oh, I need to show more slots. Well, I'll just put another track into DSP mode and see what happens. Okay, I was able to get away with that with these 2 plugins on it. Oh, okay. So at this point, I am now over. I don't have any DSP processing left. So that's what. I was trying to get that little window up there. This shows that the plugin's been made native, and this shows it's inactive in DSP mode. But anyway, take that back out. So the point being, I mean, I could operate fine with these 10 tracks, with all these plugins, these 40 with these. And if I wanted to, I could basically, I could put all kinds of native plugins into the mix, and I won't be, because that would start affecting up here, not here. I'll hit play. So you can see I'm up to about 4% usage. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start adding some plugins here. And let's do that chorus. Oh, I want to do it on all the tracks. So I've upped the system usage a little. I'll hit play. I'm still only about 5%. Okay, so let's do, we'll do the deverb. Okay, so that bumped it up. Now I'm at 11%. Anyway, you can kind of get the drift of what's going on here. So I'm going to do the real tape saturation. Where is it? I must not be pressing these in the right order. Well, that bumped my usage up. So now if I had a bunch of audio on all these tracks, this would obviously climb up quite a bit. Anyway, that's kind of what's going on.